tour, you know, I was so excited. So then we were traveling. It was actually Anjali and Savitri Didi, Uma Didi, and me. We were going to see Sri Bhavan in Calcutta. And because we were with Uma Didi, we could enter everywhere. So we could be in the room of Sri Bhavan Maharaj when they did kirtan in the evening. It was all due to Uma Didi's presence. So, and then we later on, we went to Navadvip, and there we met Shiva Chirikam Goswami Maharaj. And Uma Didi was so happy. She was cooking for him, and we were spending there the time until Radha Yatra festival. So she was cooking, and every day Shiva Chirikam Goswami was giving Harikatha, and we were attending the Katha. And after practically like 10 days, Uma Didi decided to go back to Vrindavan. And Shiva Chirikam Goswami Maharaj then said, you cannot travel alone. But at that time, Savitri Didi wanted to stay a little bit longer there. So then I say, I go with Uma Didi. And Chirikam Maharaj, he was very, very pleased. He said, you go and take care of Uma Didi. Of course, she was at that time 70 years old, and she could not travel on her own. So when we were traveling in the train, she was teaching me something very beautiful, like how to get rid of attachment in a very, very sweet way. Because like when I came to India, I was really very new. I mean, I was already changing maybe like 6 years. I was in ISKCON, I was connecting with ISKCON, and still I was feeling I had no idea, no shadacha, no good behavior, nothing. I was really, yes, I gave just up material life and decided to start some spiritual practices. But Uma Didi saw my condition. I saw exactly how compassionate she was with me. Because what happened in the train, it was very sweet. I had a cushion. It was a cushion you could blow in air, and it was very strong, you know, and it was from Germany. And I was very attached to it. So but Uma Didi, she was resting a little bit. I said, oh, Uma Didi, you take this cushion, and then, you know, you can rest your head better. I offered her my cushion. So when the train was moving, suddenly this cushion slipped through the window and was disappeared. And I became so sad. Oh, my cushion is gone. Oh, my cushion is gone. Uma Didi, she felt, oh, so sorry. I'm so sorry. She said that this cushion is, I will buy you a new cushion. I said, I cannot get this cushion in India, you know. I bought it in Germany. Oh my God, and Uma Didi was so compassionate and so sad that she committed this offense more or less to me. And later I understood what I did so much pain and disturbance to this wonderful Vaishnavi only because of this piece of plastic. And I got so upset with me, you know, and till later she was mentioning this incident. She said once to Manimati, she gave me her cushion and I lost it, you know. I said, Uma Didi, forget it, was only a piece of plastic. So in this way, very peaceful and sweetly, she taught me that, you know, no need to be attached to anything in this material, especially not to these things which can be replaced easily and it's just so insignificant. So then Uma Didi, she came to Germany many times, and at that time I was also traveling with Holiday a little bit in Europe. And like all the devotees are describing, like Sushri Bakula Didi also, she just said she was attracting everybody. And so when she was present, or even new people, they felt attracted, as if they want to embrace her. You know, they were always, because she was so without any hindrances, she was easily approachable, and she could be asked all kinds of questions, and she would repeat exactly with her Vajanti Devi said also very nicely, whatever she heard from Guru Varga, this came out of her mouth. So one felt like Gurudev is present, like an extension of Gurudev, and she always emphasized of chanting and don't give up the holy name, and impressions she made in all hearts. Whoever came in contact with Uma Didi, very simple, really. She liked Germany very much, but you know, if people they like to enjoy life, beautiful environment, this is a different. Uma Didi, she was appreciating the beautiful scenery in Germany and all the lush forests and everything. But at the same time, always she said also, when is Harikatha starting? She was not like going into this enjoyment of it, like, you know, we go sightseeing and we want to enjoy. She recognized the beauty, but she was here for a goal, and she never forgot that. In this way, I appreciated it very much. She was like strong and gave this strength also to all who were there. Everybody got and left like this association with Uma Didi with a gift in their heart. So many told me this. So I wanted to mention also in one incident which was very sweet in Navadvip once. oh no, before I can say that, actually, whenever Uma Didi gave Katha, it was Madhuri or wherever, I wanted to hear from her. It was because Srila Gurudev was not so approachable. I couldn't ask Gurudev so many questions. And then Uma Didi was there, it was like our mother is there. It was so relaxed. And when she went through Upadeshamrita or different books, it was such a beautiful flow and always time for questions. So once she was in Navadvip, and there she was also speaking about Upadeshamrita and how like ladies should be very chaste and how they should deal with sannyasis and brahmacharis. So this subject matter was discussed, and then what happened then suddenly Srila Gurudev came in the room, because Gurudev was on the opposite side of the floor. He was residing there, he was living there. And when Srila Gurudev entered the room, Uma Didi got up from her seat. She was so happy to see Gurudev. And Gurudev came in, he said, Katha kar hai, you're doing Katha. So Uma Didi jumped up from the seat, took a mala, which she had already prepared for the evening program, took the mala, went very close to Gurudev, and she is small. We jumped up and gave the mala around Gurudev's neck, and the mala was not nicely placed, and she corrected the mala and touched Gurudev's chest, and you know, practically what she was instructing us before, you know, to be very careful in regard to the opposite sex, like brahmachari sannyasis. She didn't do it because out of pain she was simply overwhelmed that Gurudev was present. So we were laughing afterwards because, you know, he was acting opposite of that, what she was teaching us. But this was very sweet, and this was done out of high level of affection she had for Srila Gurudev. So once also I wanted to narrate one incident. One girl came to me and she said that she's listening to Harikatha here from devotees in Vrindavan. And one day, one sannyasi came to her and then she said, I'm giving initiation the next day. Maybe you want to take initiation from me. And then this devotee, she came to me and said, I like his Katha and this Maharaj, but I don't feel like I want to get initiated, but I don't want to hurt him, so what should I do? So she came with this question to me. And I said, Uma Didi is here, I have to go to Uma Didi, because this was quite, for me, easy to answer, but I wanted to have backup support, because it was important. Which was a little bit also not something which usually happens, this kind of questions. There I asked Uma Didi. So when we came to Uma Didi and we presented this question in front of her and this situation which had happened, she became very, very grave. Uma Didi became very grave. And then she said, this would never have happened at the time of Trivikram Maharaj or time of Sripad Vaman Goswami Maharaj or at the time of other acharyas, because how can I say I'm a Mahabhagavat Vaishnava, take initiation from me? Do only one thing. You change the holy name and pray that Satguru comes in your life. And then Satguru will manifest in front of you. And then there is no question. So pray only for Satguru, for nothing else. So I was very happy to have this support from her. And this girl got also very much a deep impression in her heart and faith in Uma Didi, and she also took kind of shiksha from Uma Didi, because this instruction was helping her very much, yes. So at that time when all the Vaishnavas actually were not so much supporting that, many of us went to Sripad Bharati Maharaj, we heard Sudhiri speaking, Kishori Mohan also speaking. And then when we understood that suddenly Uma Didi corrected herself. She saw that actually this personality is very important, not only for new people, also for senior Vaishnavis, very important. She corrected herself, and at that time I was in Navadvip, and I saw that, never saw Uma Didi coming to see Srila Bharati Maharaj. But suddenly the door went open, I was there and I brought some sabji to Srila Bharati Maharaj. Uma Didi came in. I was so happy to see her, because something broke. She broke the ice. And since that time, she attended some kathas. In Gopinath Bhavan, she was attending katha. And what happened when she came in the room, she was very, very grave. I said, oh, Uma Didi came, but usually she's smiling and laughing, but at that time, she was very grave. She went to the bed of Srila Bharati Maharaj. Bharati Maharaj was sitting in his bed, and there were no exchange of words. She only looked at him, very grave, and gave some donation, made her obeisances, and left again the room. So since this day, some changes happened in there, and I was very, very glad to see this, that Srila Bharati Maharaj was somehow accepted by her. And later on also, like Ajahn Mala Didi said, she was having some exchanges with Sri Gopinath, speaking about Param Gurudev and so on. So we're very, very happy about this. So actually, when when Uma Didi then started all these fitness pastimes, and she had, I don't know how many heart attacks actually, maybe the second heart attack. She was in ICU, even here in her room. We tried to make a situation that she could be very private here and very secluded and also protected. And after that time, she said, you know, I want to see the Thakur Jees. I want to see all the Thakur Jees of Vrindavan. She had this great thirst to go out of this kind of prison-like situation. So then our dear Ranga again, she arranged that Uma Didi can see one Thakur Jee after the other. Although she hardly could walk, it was arranged wonderfully. Like Shashwat Prabhu and all the devotees carried her practically with a wheelchair in front of Harinaam, Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha. You know, everywhere she was brought. And it was very sweet. She was so grateful. I remember that she started even in front of Thakur Jees speaking Katha and taking the Harinaam, giving donations. So she was so much relieved. And what to speak of the last Kartik, she practically attended every day. You know, she wanted to be everywhere. She wanted to hear this Katha and wanted to touch all the holy places. So this thirst was so much within her to participate and to be in Vrajman, not to be always in her room, which was necessary for some time, but so this was fulfilled then by Ranga Devi. And yeah. Oh, when she, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, so in Uma Didi we saw that, like Shashikala Didi was mentioning, she was so staunch in her Sadhan Bhajan. She was very particular. And once I came in the room and I saw her, she just hardly could get up, but with love and affection, she offered flowers to Guru Varga. I saw she didn't tell me, but with very much love and affection, she placed flowers, the lotus feet of all of our acharyas. So it shows that although the body was full of disease and sickness and pain and everything, but she didn't stop like the way she was worshipping and chanting and doing her bhajan before. It continued. And I was remembering a verse of our Srila Raghunath Das Goswami from Vilap, no, not from Vraj Vilasta. Raghunath Das Goswami, he's saying in verse number 2, he says, "Oh Lord, let me drink by your mercy the liquid nectar of prem to you. Since I have been burned by the forest fire of old age, bitten by the snake of blindness, pierced by the arrows of dependence on others, surrounded by the lions of anger and so on, by which I will, with controlled mind, disregarding all these circumstances at all times, will worship you." And somehow this I saw in Uma Didi, she was disregarding all these circumstances in which she was. Like old age was there, she was 90, but somehow she kept on going, how she did before. Then she was diseased, heart attacks, this and that. Still she kept on going. We were on the ICU with her. And then suddenly she asked, "What is the time?" And we told her it's like 6:30. And she said, "Now it's Gaura Aarti." And she made Shiva singing Gaura Aarti in the ICU, where usually the people are fighting with the pain and stuff. But she wanted to have this schedule like she was used to it. Under all circumstances, we had continued. This I saw in Uma Didi, and this is so much impressive. One time I came in, she was also not feeling well, but still she was doing her stutis, her ashtkams. She never skipped the day with reading and studying. She even did it, disregarding all these things which are troubling us. Therefore, she must have been connected, and she must have, like Raghunath Das Goswami is saying here, she must have received this nectar of praise because he is powerful Guru Varga, whom she was connected in, whom she was serving so intensively. With all, her energy, they must have bestowed so much upon her that she was deeply inside relishing it and not disregarding all these disturbing circumstances. This is why I saw with her. Once also I said to Uma Didi, when Vrindavan, the last time he comes in the room, you always think, "Oh, today, now, what time is now? What is Radha and Krishna doing?" And if I come in the room, you always think, I have a bowel movement today? How is my urine? How is my blood pressure? And I said, I'm envious of Bhakti. And then she said, the both things are needed, you know? Everything is necessary. So she had even this humor in this time. Yes, and when then Uma Didi performed this really finalist pastimes, when Rana Devi called me there to the hospital, and the doctor said, do you want to put Uma Didi then or an intubation? And then we all decided with Amakrishna Prabhu and also Mother Priya Prabhu came and Parameshwar Prabhu that if you cannot do anything anymore in the hospital, then we take her to Gopinath Bhavan. And this was so beautiful because, yes, everything was like arranged, everything was prepared. Everybody had a little task to do, everybody had a little service, and it was such a nice, a complete situation in which Uma Didi easily could leave the body. It was actually very, very beautiful. We had everything prepared because we were already a long time ago thinking what is needed, Tulsi leaves this and that, and everything was ready for her. So this is what she deserved, and I would like that I could have served her more, but somehow or other she accepted a little bit of service which I could do, and I pray that I get this nishtha that she showed, and this faith and this determination that I never under all circumstances give up the holy name. I will continue until I give up my last breath. That she showed me, and I pray that she bestows today her mercy upon me, that I can wake up and progress a little bit. Thank you.
Bakula Didi has very beautifully described the pastimes of Srimati Uma Didi, especially she started with a cushion, how she attachment to the cushion was broken and she threw it away. Then that about her travel to Germany, how she was always focused on preaching and not anything else. She was never deviated from her main task. And then how she wanted to see all the Thakur Jees of Vrindavan, even in her when she was sick, and doing Gaur aarti in ICU, that is like unheard of. And finally, how she left her body so peacefully in the dham, in the holy place of Srila Gurudev. And when all the devotees were doing Harinaam Sankirtan for her in a very nice way, which everybody likes to go this way. Everybody hopes to go, but not everybody gets to go like this. She left her body in a very, very dignified and very, while hearing the Naam Sankirtan. तो अब हम लोग आगे चलते हैं. हमारी पूज्य सविता दीदी हमारे सामने मुझे नजर आ रही हैं. सविता दीदी गुरुदेव की बड़ी प्रिय शिष्या और हमारी बहुत ही वरिष्ठ वैष्णवी हैं, जो कि शुरू से ही उमा दीदी को जानती हैं, उनके निकट में रही हैं, और इन्होंने अपने जीवन में बहुत सेक्रीफाइस भी किया है गुरु जी के लिए. गुरु जी से बड़ा प्रेम, अथाह प्रेम किया है. गुरु जी ने भी इनके ऊपर अथाह कृपा वृष्टि करी है, इनको अपनाया, अपना हाथ सिर पे रखा है. तो आज हम पूज्य दीदी से इनके बारे में कुछ और श्रवण करेंगे. दंडवत प्रणाम दीदी. हरे कृष्णा.
हरे कृष्ण.
ये माइक को सारा हटा लें तो अच्छा रहेगा, सामने से ना आपके दर्शन नहीं हो पा रहे ठीक से. उसको वो जो उसको कॉलर पे लगा लें तो अच्छा रहेगा मेरे ख्याल से. हाँ, या थोड़ा साइड में कर दें, लगाना तो लगा सकते हैं, साइड में कर सकते हैं. हाँ, और जो माइक है वो उसको लगा लें, जो दूसरा माइक है ना जो वॉइस वाला, उसको सेट कर लें, अच्छा रहेगा. जो लोग YouTube पे सुन रहे हैं थोड़ी देर के लिए ब्रेक आएगा और उसके बाद फिर से आप सुन सकते हैं.